What is happening, everybody? So, welcome to the 2023 Summer League Championship Series. We're going to start doing these once every quarter. And tonight we are doing the Spring Turkey League. We're doing the Western Hunter from the 2022-23 season and the one that everybody has been waiting for, the On Point Experience. So, right here, though, before we get started, I want to show one quick update that is out for you Android users. So yesterday we pushed out a new update for Android. If you are an Android user, I have got something coming your way. Hang on, I want to get my screen just right, and it's not quite there. So I'm just going to get rid of this thing. So here you've got my screen. So if you're an Android user and you're like, man, how can I keep up with these iOS users? You have been at a little bit of a disadvantage for a while because you have not been able to add past experience in unless you put in an old hunt log. So if you guys are an Android user and you're ready to really boost your rank, go to the hunt log page. In the bottom tab, you can see something that says experience. Tap that experience tab, and from there, you're going to be able to add past experience for different species you've hunted, scouted, that kind of thing. So you can go right here, add species experience, and that is going to be one of the quickest ways that you can tremendously boost your leaderboard score. It won't boost it for the year because it's counting past experience as previous years, so you're not actually putting it in for a specific year. But I want to encourage you, if you're an Android user, jump back into this. Take a look at the hunt log section. Again, the experience tab. You're going to be able to add past experience for other species. It will tremendously boost your overall rank. So we're giving you guys a leg up. Second thing that I want to point out, this update again came out yesterday. So here you've got your community page. Well, on the bottom where it says parties, you have not had access to parties, which is basically a group of buddies. So if you are an Android user, you can now add buddies, you can add parties, you can invite people to parties, you can create parties. What a party does is it allows you to communicate with a group of buddies that you are out on a hunt with or that you plan to hunt with this fall. You guys can start sharing waypoints, coordinates, hunt logs, scout logs, all of that stuff inside a party tab. So I wanted to get that quick announcement out before we dive into some fun stuff tonight. So as we get started, we are going to relaunch a league here in June. It starts on June 15th, and I want all of you guys, especially you Pacific Northwest folks, to pay attention to this because our friend Thomas Batzlaff with Chasing Roosevelt's Outdoor has a special announcement for you. So let's tune in to old Thomas Batzlaff. Here we go. Okay, guys, another league that many of you are familiar with from last year. We are bringing it back this year for the 2023 season. It is Chasing Roosevelt. So I've got Thomas here, founder, owner, president, unanimous king of Chasing Roosevelt. So Thomas, you're bringing Chasing Roosevelt's back into the HuntLeague app. Tell us a little bit about your passion for Roosevelt's and what you're wanting to do and see happen with this league this year.
Yeah, basically, I grew up kind of hunting with my dad, which we only hunted on the Oregon coast. So I naturally just started, liking Roosevelt's. And as I got older, I started hunting on my own. I set out a goal to kill a Roosevelt bull. I still haven't killed a bull. I haven't actually killed an elk at all yet. But
you're still chasing them, right?
I'm still chasing. That's the whole point. But yeah, basically, I just over the years, it's just become a big passion of mine, and over the years, I've kind of got more and more experience, getting a little bit closer, and basically, it's for the league. That's what I want to see. I want to see everybody's adventures and their progression. I know there's a lot of people that are way more experienced than I that kill every year, and there's people that are like me who struggled year after year after year.
Sign me up in that category too, Thomas.
And as far as it being Roosevelt's, it's just local to Oregon, Washington, on the northern coast or on the Oregon coast and stuff. So, yeah, I love it. I love being in the rainforest of Oregon and getting into deep timber and having both people back. So.
All right, Thomas, I see we've got Wolfgang Troxel, the 2022 Chasing Roosevelt's champion. I just want you to take a second, tell us a little bit about what it took last year for you to come away with the Chasing Roosevelt's title.
Man, 2022, I put in more time scouting than I have in years prior. And every day on my drive to work, I saw some elk hanging out on a chunk of landlocked BLM. And I talked to a couple landowners, and I actually got permission to use their land to access the BLM. And that was right before season started. So I kind of took advantage of that because I knew they were there. Um, Opening weekend, I didn't see any elk, but there was a ton of sign. I hung a trail camera. And then the second weekend, I actually got into that herd. Unsuccessful that time, but I went back. I hunted there. I hunted a couple more of my regular spots. And then middle of season, I went back in there and ended up taking that 5x4 raghorn.
Come on now. Come on now. Well, here's one thing I learned about hunting Oregon last year was that if you're going to hunt, especially on the coastal side of Oregon, you better have a darn good pair of boots because that is some nasty, steep country. And so when we were coming back, when Thomas said, yeah, I want to do the league again, I reached out and talked to the boot manufacturer that I use their stuff. And I'm like, I think these guys make one of the best boots in the world. And so some exciting news. We have Loa Boots joining the Chasing Roosevelt's League. To the winner this year, they're going to get their choice of one of the Tibet series. These are unbelievable, like 400, 450, 400 something dollar boots. Incredible, incredible boots. I love Loa. I've used them for years. So I'm super pumped to be bringing Loa boots into the Chasing Roosevelt's League, helping support Thomas, what you've got going on. So before we end, though, Thomas, what are you looking for from people that participate in the league this year?
A lot of community involvement, interacting with other people, and honestly, if you feel like you want to reach, do an extended reach and hang out and meet somebody, kind of like I did with Bradley this last year, and hunt with them, that would be awesome too.
So this is not for those Rocky Mountain elks on the eastern side of the state, is it?
No, sir. This is Roosevelt only.
If you're going to win this league, you got to be chasing Roosevelt elk on the West Coast. So, guys, Wolfgang, Thomas, awesome having you on. We got to move on with the night, though. Let's get to the next winners. All right, so you guys just heard Chasing Roosevelt's comeback. I know we've got a lot of you folks from Washington, Oregon, even Northern California that are up there chasing Roosevelt elk this year. So the winner of that league, you're going to get your choice of those boots right there on the screen. You can actually go and find that league live in the app right now. You go to the community section or you can hit the main menu, hit the leagues page. You're going to be able to go join the Chasing Roosevelt's for the 2023 season right now. It ends January 20th. It lets you go all the way into that late rifle that you have in a couple of those states. And we will announce the winner of that at our Outdoorsman of the Year event into January, early February next year. Another special announcement, Loa, sticking with the elk side of things. We had a great conversation. I met up with those guys at SHOT Show this year. Loa was like, man, we love what you're doing. We love what you're building, want to support you. And they are jumping into a brand new league that we're going to launch. You're going to see it in the app on June 15th because you're going to start logging your scouts. It doesn't exclude you, Roosevelt folks, but this is an elk-wide league that is going to be for archery elk only. So this is archery elk. It can be a traditional bow. It can be a compound bow. It does not count a crossbow, but we have archery elk league coming June 15th in the app. If you win that league, you're going to see a whole different setup of Loa boots. These are a little bit more of their lightweight boots. It's going to help you cover a lot of ground and a lot of terrain. I'm actually looking at those Zephyr GTX mids. I'll probably get the darker color. But I'm looking at that because I love those Tibet boots. But there's times where I'm putting in 15 miles in a day, and having something maybe a little lighter weight might go a long way. So if you haven't ever checked out Loa boots, I know some of you guys are familiar with some of the other brands out there, but check out Loa boots. I've used them literally for the last 5 or 6 years. Loved every step in them. So excited to have them a part of both those leagues. Also excited to introduce you to the Archery Elk League that is coming. You'll see it live in the app on June 15th. Okay, with that, though, the last couple of years, we've had a sponsor in our Western Hunt League that is an elk, kind of like a master elk caller. He's won several elk calling tournaments around the country. Some of you guys know him. You guys have seen his calls. I carry this little thing with me everywhere I go. This is what I keep my diaphragms in. This is something that I keep in my pocket. This is the bugle tube that I use that I almost couldn't find because my son found a bugle tube and he took my reed and this. And just a few minutes before this call, I found this in his bedroom. So he's a little stinker. But I want to introduce you guys to Tom Dicing from Mile High Note Game Calls. So welcome, Tom. Tom, how are you this evening?
Good, thanks. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Hey, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Mile High Note Game Calls.
So my name's Tom D. Singh. I'm with Mile High Note Game Calls. I founded the company in 2013. We've been going strong ever since. We're in some stores now, Shields and Jack stores in Colorado, a lot of archery shops and stuff. So we've been really busy just gearing up for the season this year. That puts me behind the press a lot. So I'm kicking out the calls like crazy right now in my busy call making season. So no rest for the weary, man.
I get it, man.
Really, one of the things that separates us from everyone else is I'm the only one making the calls for Mile High Note Game Calls. So when you buy our calls, you're getting a consistent call made by the same guy every time. So
how many calls do you think you've made in your lifetime, Tom?
Oh, geez, I probably made about 5,000 of them before I even got the recipe right. So it's hard to say.
Before you started mass producing them for Shields and other stores, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
20,000. I don't know, 25,000. It's a lot.
So let me ask you this: if you're an archery elk hunter, what is something that you should be doing right now to prep for calling in an elk this season?
Well, that's a good question. A lot of it depends on your ability to start out with. If you're a seasoned caller, you don't probably need to be practicing too much at this point. But, if you're thinking about getting into calling and you're, kind of green, right now is the best time to really jump into calling. Get those calls out, get them in your mouth. Look for some educational sites. We do, I'm out of Loveland, Colorado, and I'm super busy right now with all my calling classes. I do one-on-one classes and Zoom classes, and so right now is the best time to get in. A lot of times I got guys coming in trying to get in August, and I'm pretty full in August. But the problem with, if you're just learning how to call and you wait till August, it's almost too late. You want that confidence going in that you can really emulate elk and everything they do. So right now is the key time to really start learning how to do it.
Well, it took me about 4 years before I got comfortable with the diaphragm. I was one of those guys that when I started putting it in my mouth, I was like gagging, and I was like, I don't know if I'll ever get this. And then when I started blowing on them, the vibration stuff was driving my tongue, my upper, palate. It was just like I hated these things. And so if you're thinking, man, I'm going to get into calling elk this year, but you haven't practiced or put one of those things in your mouth, you may want to get involved in a class or do something. But I think once you kind of break through and get a couple of the basic sounds down, you'll be a lot better. So, Tom, are there any resources that you would recommend, to help people just get a better understanding of what it really takes to call an elk in? Is there any specific resources that, we've got guys in Oregon, Utah, Nevada, California, all up and down. I get calls every year from folks in Texas, Oklahoma, just looking for help, looking for resources. Is there any that you specifically recommend that you think, man, these are really great, whether it be an app that you can listen to elk sounds and try to emulate, or whether it be, an online course, or if you say, like the online courses are great, but you really need to do an in-person thing so you're getting actual feedback from an elk caller. What's your recommendation to somebody that's really looking to kind of break into it this year?
Yeah, so there is a ton out there. You got Elk Calling Academy, you got the Elk Nut app, you got Elk 101 with Corey, and even the I can't remember the class thing that RMEF's doing now. Corey's involved in that too, but You got Chris Rowe, with Rowe Hunting Resources. That's a great app or a great website.
Yeah.
All those sites are really good, man. You can get in there. They teach you when to call, when not to call, what sounds to make. Some of these guys have been in it for a million years, and there's a lot of great apps out there. You can go into our YouTube page, and we're constantly putting tricks and little blips out there on quick just quick ideas on what you can do to get elk in and things like that. So there's some free stuff out there as well, but nothing really does take the place of one-on-one calling class. You're getting live feedback. You're getting that, wow, I can really do this from an expert guy, that says, hey, get out there and call. You're good. You're good at what you do, instead of just trying to hear yourself and you can't ask for feedback on a lot of these online classes. So the one-on-one stuff is hard to beat, and there's not a lot of it out there. So we do it. I'm not sure who else is doing the one-on-one stuff. I know Michael Batiste at Elk Calling Academy used to do it.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's got some online program now. I haven't looked at it yet, but that just launched recently too.
So Tom, if somebody wants to do a one-on-one class with you, I mean, how many years have you been doing not just elk calling and elk hunting, but you've been doing like contests, like bugling contests, you're in those contests. You were kind of one of the OG guys, like you're an original, so how many years have you been doing those elk calling contests and competitions?
I started out in 1990. I did my first big competition. I used to do them back in the 80s, the mid 80s and stuff, just at our Colorado Bowhunters Jamboree and little things like that.
Yeah.
And but my first national contest was in 1990, so that was in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and back then everybody was just grouped into one division. There wasn't like all these divisions and everything, but I finished in the top 10 in that first class, that first uh, contest I did. I think there was 54 callers in that contest, and so I felt pretty good about that. And then it's just been great. I raised my kids calling elk, and both of them. Jesse, my daughter, won the women's division twice at nationals, and Thomas has won every division except for the pro division now. And my son, and he's won the men's division twice, and then in 2018 is the best finish I've done. I finished second to Corey Jacobson in the final in the pro division, and I finished twice in second place in the pro division, and I got about top five finishes. So I've been doing all right, but still haven't won the whole thing yet, though.
Hey, maybe it's still coming. Well,
yeah.
You've been at it for longer than I've even thought about elk hunting. I didn't even know about elk hunting in 1990. So you are a rare gem, and we're super excited to have you involved with the HuntLeague app, but also involved in this new archery elk league. We're gonna shift you from our Western Hunt League, which has a bunch of other species. You got moose and mountain goat and sheep and all those things, but I mean, where you really belong is in September. So we're going to make this September Archery Elk League Mile High Note game calls. You guys are going to be the call that comes in that with us. So we're super excited to have you. But I just wanted our community to get to hear a little bit more from you. Tom, if any of them want to set up a one-on-one lesson, they can go to your website, get that scheduled. That's a big, big deal. I'm hoping the Vortex guys that are coming out and hunting with me will actually do some of that, because last year I had to get on to Tucker when he came out, and he did this call, and then he tried to add a chuckle at the end. And I was like, hey, knock that off. And then right as I'm saying knock it off, a bull responds back to him, and I was like, well, never mind, just do what you were doing. Maybe it's just me.
You never know, man.
Oh, it's funny. All right, brother. Well, I'll let you get going. We're gonna jump right into our spring turkey league here inside the app. But Tom, thanks for joining us tonight from Mile High No Game Calls. Appreciate you and being the partner that you are to this Hunt League community. So we'll catch up with you later.
All right, Darren. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, brother.
Talk to you soon.
All right, so let's dive into the Spring Turkey League. We've got this Spring Turkey League, and I got to get rid of that iPhone Edge again because it's driving me nuts. So here we've got the Spring Turkey League. If you guys have joined it, you can see some of the past activities, some of the folks that are in it. We had 3 finalists. We had a finalist from Wisconsin with Wyatt Bowe. We had a finalist from California, my own man, Rich Mays, who went on an elk hunt with me last year. He had a phenomenal season, hunted his butt off in San Diego, putting in mile after mile after mile, struck out there, but went all the way up to Idaho, called in 15 different birds. Between his group of 3, they got 5 of 6 tags filled. So he's a finalist number 2. And then we've got Cody Monzi from Oregon. It always seems like we got an Oregon folk in there in any league, no matter what. Thanks, Garrett Weaver, for all you've done in the state of Oregon. But just want to show you guys what is up for grabs tonight because we have some incredible partners in this. We have the EAA the EAA Gerson MC312 Gobbler shotgun, the longest name of any shotgun ever. But that is up for grabs. That is a shotgun that I've done a lot of shooting with this spring. It is phenomenal. Whoever wins this is going to get their choice of either a pistol grip or traditional grip in that MC312. We specifically chose this gun for several reasons. If you want to look on YouTube and see kind of some of the stuff that we talked about with Chase from EAA, you can see why we selected this gun. We wanted a gun that we felt like was affordable for the everyman, the blue collar worker. These guns you can find, I think their retail price is listed at 700 something, but you can find them in shops a lot of times in the 500-ish range. It's got a 24-inch barrel, comes with 5 different choke tubes, so it's completely ready to roll right out of the box. You've got an option of a pistol grip. One of the coolest things about it, though, is it has an integrated Picatinny rail into the receiver itself. You're not having to stack a Picatinny rail on top of the receiver. It's actually built into it. So when you put a red dot on, which comes in this league, it gives you the lowest profile red dot that you can actually get on any shotgun. So the EAA Gerson, if you get that, it's an inertia-driven gun. Many of you guys are familiar with Benelli shotguns. It's very similar to that setup. Along with that, you're going to get the Burris Fastfire 4. You can see that you got 4 different reticles that come with that. You can switch. It's got 50,000 hours of battery life. It will auto shut off after it hasn't been active for a while. Incredible, incredible optic. We've got Cane Brake custom calls. They're going to send you a complete kit with a couple custom calls with some diaphragms. You're going to get everything you need for a sweet turkey setup. Cane Brake is on the East Coast. Some of you guys may have met Matt Mays, he's the founder and the owner of Cane Brake. But you're also going to get an inflatable ground blind. We talked a little bit about this, but an inflatable ground blind, the beauty of this is it has no skeleton in it, no big poles. I mean, it folds all the way down. It's minimal weight. You can put it in a backpack, carry it in. You can pump it up, and the air actually creates the exoskeleton type frame. That is being provided to you from Hunt Fanatic. And then a familiar partner, we have Remington. Remington is throwing in 2 boxes of their Gobbler King ammo. It is absolute premium ammo. It's tungsten. Super Shot is the TSS. That's what it stands for. It is 5 rounds for $75 is the retail price. You can go to Bass Pro, find it somewhere a little less than that. But I mean, we're talking, this is like shooting pure gold out of your shotgun. So we are super grateful for Remington for jumping into this league. So you've heard our finalists. You've seen some of the activity in the app. I want to show you a little bit of, some of you guys may have watched the live interviews last night, but here's a video, and this video is going to reveal the winner of our 2023 Spring Turkey League. Stay tuned.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about with you?
It's going well.
You ready for this?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
What made this season special or different for you?
So I went into the season hoping to just fill 1 tag, and I was gonna be happy with that. But this was the first year that I've managed to fill all 3 Oregon turkey tags.
If you could change one about your season this year, what would it be?
The thing I probably would have changed this season was probably reaping that last bird. After I did it, it was almost like I kind of felt regret just because, I mean, it just didn't sit right with me how it just ran right into 5 yards and kind of sat there like, okay, I'm here.
Did you happen to have any moments where you might have considered quitting on it or saying, all right, I'm over it or anything like that? Any internal struggle there?
Not at all. I can only basically hunt on the weekends, waking up at 2:30, driving an hour and a half out, and probably anywhere in between 30 and 40 miles of hiking, and countless hours.
What stuck out to you guys about Cody?
When he was asked how he contributed to conservation for the wild turkey, he said, at the moment he wasn't a member of any clubs or groups, but he introduced a lot of people this year for the first time. To me, that's huge because it doesn't take money, it doesn't take anything to do that. You can just, anybody can do that. It just takes time and the want to, and that's the biggest thing that we can do right now as far as helping conservation for anything, but especially the wild turkey.
All right, well let's jump to Wyatt. What are some of the things that stuck out about Wyatt?
Wyatt had an unbelievable season this, but he consistently has unbelievable seasons. I think we need to find a season for him that's an unbelievable season that he's not going to have again. That's what this is kind of about, if you ask me.
So what stood out to me with Wyatt was I asked him about his ethical dilemma or anything like that he may have had this year, and he tried a new tactic, and everything went good the way it was supposed to, and he takes the bird, didn't feel good about it, and it's still bugging him. And it's one of those things where it's like, that's unfortunate that that's the case, but it does give me like a positive where he's like,
I mean, he's been taking people out I don't think you can see a post of just him. I mean, yeah, he's always taking people out.
Well, let's hit Rich.
With Rich, I thought it was pretty impressive, and it's that level of dedication that I was seeing, because I would say he's a little bit more of like a late onset hunter, if you will. And you look at the wall behind him; it's covered in fans, and he's got deer behind him, and he's got nothing to say about it. Nothing, like he said, made him want to quit at all.
Yeah, that dedication is something else. I don't know how often I'd hunt if I was driving an hour and a half.
Yeah, that was the main thing for me. He struggled in San Diego, like he said, but he kept at it, and of course made the trip to Idaho and had a good trip. So sometimes you got to move around a little bit to make something happen.
And I'm gonna do almost like a rock paper scissor, where I just want you to put up on the count of 3 a 1, 2, or 3. Cody 1, Wyatt 2, and Rich 3. It's just interview order. So Cody, Wyatt, then Rich. You got a number pick, Benjamin? Conrad, you got a number in your head? 1, 2, or 3? All right, here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see it.
Unanimous.
Well, gentlemen, that worked pretty good. So yeah. What was it about Cody? What was it about Cody that won you over?
He made the best of his time. I don't know how he had as much time as he did, but and he was able to introduce new people and have a good season and kept a positive attitude. It just seems like with everything he had going on, he wouldn't have been able to get out that much, and when he did, he'd be focusing on himself. But he kind of spread the love a little bit and had a great season.
He's living the life. He's breathing it. He's about it.
Well, dad gum. So congratulations, Cody Monzi, for taking the 2023 Spring Turkey League. We're not bringing all the winners and all the judges into this. We're going to try to condense this, but huge congratulations to Cody Monzi up in Oregon, of all places. I was thinking, all right, this will be the first time we do a competition where somebody from California, maybe somebody from Wisconsin, is going to win a league title. And here we are again, back in Oregon. But Cody Monzi, firefighter, EMT, brand new dad with a very young child at home, got out, got 3 birds. If you didn't hear his interview, you can go check it out. Look at some of the past stuff that we've got. But the judges unanimously went with Cody, which actually surprised me. I was thinking, man, this is going to be a tough decision. It's a split decision. Wyatt was a part of harvesting 5 birds. The grind that Rich put in was unbelievable, but we have to congratulate Cody Monzi is the 2023 Gobbler King. That is you, Cody. Can't wait to get you your prize package. Huge, huge, huge congratulations. I know you're working tonight as a firefighter, so I don't even know if you're able to tune into this, but I promise you we're going to let you know very soon. Can't wait to get you all this incredible stuff so you're set up even better for next turkey season. All right, let's dive into our next league. Let's talk about the Western Hunter. So the Western Hunter, this is a big time league. It started June 1st of 2022, went the entire year. We did that to include spring bear, up in Washington, if they even have a spring bear season anymore. But Oregon, Idaho, Montana, all those places, Wyoming. So the Western Hunter went all the way to May 31st. We just finished that, came up with 3 finalists. Our 3 finalists, 4 finalists. We always try to land on 3, but this year it was so stinking close with those 4 that we had to keep all 4 in. So we have Cody Parator, who some of you guys are familiar with, as well as Josh Dishman, both from Oregon. They were in the Outdoorsman of the Year. They returned. We had Wolfgang Troxel, who was a 2020 Outdoorsman of the Year candidate, finalist. And then I am definitely forgetting somebody right now. Wally King from Colorado. And some of you guys got to see Wally's interview. I sent out Wally's interview. Man, did he win the judges over. But let's dive in and let's see who comes out on top in our Western Hunt League. I guess before we do that, though, let's see what's up for grabs and make sure we thank our sponsors that are in here. Because you can see we had Bergara jump in, we had Vortex, Scree is in this, Mile High No Game Calls, Mountain Tough, Climate, Work Sharp, Western Fly Covers, Hunt Score, which I've got to buy because I got to come up with some new tags, Asiac Equipment, and Wuru Wool. This is a huge package, including the Bergara Crest Rifle, as well as the Razor HD LHT scope, which is also the scope that is being given away in the On Point experience this year. So killer prize package. You can scroll through this inside the app, but take a look at that. I want to do a huge thank you to all the sponsors that participated. You guys have really been an incredible blessing, adding value to the Hunt League community. So let's dive in and let's find out who won the 2022-23 Western Hunter.
Yeah, so I've got notes here on each 3 of these guys, and
overachiever, son.
Bullet point. I want to make a good decision tonight. So with Josh, one thing that I noticed is that he's been hunting the longest out of all of them. He's got the most experience. My dad always told me there's 3 stages to a hunter. There's the bloodthirsty stage, there's the trophy stage, and then there's the icing on the cake stage, right? Where you want to kill tags when you're young, you want to kill good bucks and bulls when you're mature, and then you just want to be out in the woods, and if you happen to kill something, that's when you're older. For Josh, I felt like he's at that last stage where he just wants to share, and he's got a good heart, and he takes other people hunting.
Josh definitely stood out. The mentorship aspect, the life-changing aspect, the conservation aspect. He hits all the freaking points.
I like the fact that, and of course, this is a bit repetitive, but he's very dug into conservation, which at the end of the day is very important to. Well, it's very important to all of us. We all are dug into the well and the outdoors in different facets, but the common denominator, the hub of all of us together is conservation. He is very, very strong into that, best I can tell. I like the fact that he spends so much time in the timber, or in his case, in the mountains. It seems like after working on Saturdays and Sundays, he's there. That's his place, which is very cool to me.
And if we start actually looking at the killing aspect of it, which I think there is an aspect of that we need to consider. He hunted multiple different states. He helped 11 different people fill tags.
Yeah.
And he hunted multiple methods of take, and he hunted multiple different species. I mean, holy crap.
I appreciated his humility as well. a super humble guy in terms of what he's doing and taking 11 people on successful, air quotes, successful hunts. That's a big freaking deal, man. I mean, that seals the deal for a lot of people.
It's amazing. So obviously we're from all stretches of the United States. But at the end of the day, we have seen things the same here tonight.
Who's your number one? Is Josh. And
Josh.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
I'm sorry that your vote doesn't even matter.
I know.
Would it be Josh, Tony?
Oh yeah, just due to his ability in conservation and also taking a whole lot of new people to the timber.
He's a total package, man.
He's no holes in his app. I mean, I can't find anything.
Yeah. I don't know that there's a more deserving person on the planet than Josh to take home this prize. He is going to be out of his mind. Like he said, he's never really won anything in his life. This is going to mean the world to him. And it's a real honor to have you guys come in as judges and select somebody like him, as deserving as him. This is going to be really meaningful for him. And I cannot wait for him to hear the news of this on Tuesday. Garrett Weaver, reigning champion from the 2022 season. You are the Western Hunt champion. It is time for you to pass the crown and title to the man. So we didn't even dive into Wolfgang. We didn't even dive into Wally. If you want to see Wally's interview, you can. I mean, these guys were all incredible finalists. We didn't even talk about Cody. But, man, what was it about Josh that truly just won you over, Garrett?
He had a great season. I mean, he's been in the game the longest out of all three of them. And this was probably one of his best years ever, in my opinion. He helped so many other people. He was active in conservation more than the other finalists. And that is what pushed him over the edge, was the whole package. You could kind of poke holes in the other guys, and he was bulletproof. He had it. So it was unanimous.
Yeah. And now, is this even fair? Because how far away does Josh live from you?
Oh, half an hour. Yeah. I mean, I told you last year, I was like, I'm inviting some guys for this year's competition that are going to raise the bar. Guys that are going to be in the woods more than even I am. I'm in the woods almost every day. And whether it's for work or hunting. And these guys are going to be in the woods even more than me, and they're going to push it. And we asked him, how many days are you in the woods? He said at least 200 days. I was like, that's just ridiculous.
It's not.
Yeah. And I mean, we're laughing about how much the guy's in the woods. I mean, and that is a direct correlation to the success that he shares with all the people that he takes. 11 other people he helped fill tags. He filled a handful of his other tags in other states. Very, very similar season that I had last year. We both went to Wyoming, except he helped even more people, which is insane because I helped quite a few, but he probably doubled that. I mean, the bar has been raised. And if you're wanting to win in the future, you better have the whole package because it's only going to get tougher from here. You better have done conservation, mentorship. You better have filled some tags. You better have maybe pushed yourself into new different hunts or different areas and probably had the best year you've ever had. I mean, there is a lot to this now. It is getting harder and harder to win a competition.
Well, what some folks don't know about is Wally came out of nowhere. We saw him show up at the end of January, and he made a strong run at this Western Hunt thing. You can see the judges' impressions. We posted that video up on YouTube just because we wanted people to see the in-depth interviews that go on kind of behind the scenes here. Well, Wally was invited by the 2020 Outdoorsman of the Year champion, Pete Mosby. And so I think what we're going to start seeing is some of these league winners, they're like, you know what, I got a buddy that I think could maybe take this title. They're going to start inviting, and it's like, man, this is going to be impressive to see what happens, because it's not just about people that are punching tags. It's about true outdoorsmen and sportsmen and people that we really believe in, that the industry really believes in. What's so exciting about doing these leagues is, when we're selecting a winner, it's not just a group of hunters looking for like who killed the biggest and we're just flexing it off. It's like we've got different industry partners that are listening. I mean, we had Bergara listening in on this, and Tony from Bergara, Guy from Western Contours and Western Fly Covers, they're actively paying attention to the stories from Cody, from Wolfgang, from Wally, listening, diving deep into these stories. And what they're looking for out of somebody that's going to wear this crown and wear this title is like they want them to be the whole package, because when they put their stamp of approval on this person, it's not just that they're a killer, it's that they represent what an outdoorsman should look like, for the next generation. These are guys that are paving the way for others to follow, which is a big, big, big deal to me. Now, Garrett, let's do this because everybody's been waiting for over a year.
I've been waiting for a year.
We are waiting for this On Point experience. It's like it has been the longest running league inside our app. It is also the league that has had the highest prize value, and the number of partners and sponsors and people that have heard about this, the number of people that are actually participating in this league physically with us. We've got Vortex coming on the hunt. We've got Bear Hunting Magazine coming on the hunt. We've got Huxworks coming on the hunt. I have another surprise for you, Garrett, coming on the hunt. I'm coming on this hunt. Like, it's crazy. The people that are participating, but I'm gonna flip to the screen and just show folks a little bit of the On Point experience, what's involved in this package, and why so many people are looking forward to it. First off, it is a filmed bear hunt that is being done with all these different companies that are involved. We have multiple cameras, multiple folks involved in filming this incredible experience. But this incredible experience is brought to you. Let's just look at some of these. Let's go through the prize package, and then we'll go through some of the sponsors. We've got Vortex that's throwing in a special tripod. You've got the Fury 5000 AB, which is for their applied ballistics. So when you range something, it's going to give you what you need to dial in your scope because it's already set up. It's just the sickest thing ever. We've got the Razor scope that is going on top of a new Bergara rifle. You're going to get a Bear Hunting Magazine subscription, plus an article about the hunt written in Bear Hunting Magazine. You've got a Huxworks suppressor. You've got the Bergara HMR rifle, which is fully adjustable with the cheek weld, with length of pull. Just awesome. You've got the Exo pack and accessories. You've got Argali with their knife and game bags. You've got Mountain Physio, who's going to help you prep physically for this hunt in addition to Mountain Tough. You've got First Light participating. You've got Remington with some of their new Core Lock tip ammo. Here's the Mountain Tough stuff. You've got Axle Ears, which is their hearing protection. It amplifies sound up to a certain decibel, then it cuts it off. You've got Work Sharp. You've got Coast, which, Garrett, when we bring you in, let's talk about Coast. They're an Oregon-based company in Portland that makes freaking sick stuff. So flashlights, knives, it's very affordable, but they stand behind it with a lifetime warranty. We got Western Fly Covers. Oh my gosh, I'm losing my voice just talking about all the prizes that are in this league. You've got Hide Lock from Velvet Antler Technology. You've got Pyro Putty. The list just goes on and on. If you want to see those different sponsors, take a look down here. Amazing list of people standing behind that are all anxiously awaiting who the winner is and what are the results of this hunt going to be. So, Garrett, I'm going to bring you back in. And here's the deal. Most people that know me know that I am incredibly nice. Maybe too nice. I'm not very harsh. I don't speak mean to people. I don't chew people out. I'm usually slow to anger. All those types of things are things that are kind of define me. So it's not very often that I do things that are kind of like I'm going to punk somebody or I'm going to throw a curveball in here. But I did get in this league with you, and you have some devious tendencies.
Yes,
you do. You're somewhat of a troublemaker, but you're just the right kind of trouble. So when it was time to announce the winner of the On Point experience, we decided to, do a little messing, just messing around just a little bit. So Yeah, a little bit. We almost brought a grown man to tears, and you'll be able to see that. You'll be able to see that in this video. But we had to take him down to the lowest of lows before we blew up his world. So, without further ado, let's dive in and find out the winner of the On Point experience that everybody has been waiting to find out.
So, I read through everybody's write-ups. Some were good, some were great, some were decent. I read through yours and I saw a lack of, conservation efforts. You kill one animal, hoop-de-hoo, my dad killed, my aunt killed, blah, blah, blah. So it was, pretty good season, right, all in all, but, kind of lacking, in my opinion. We can't go in this with a solo attitude thinking that, hey, I killed an animal. I'm God's gift to hunting.
I'm working on fixing that in the future, but I know that doesn't attest to my season last year. But
so what's the plan there? What are you going to do?
I didn't realize how important it was, and then as I started getting more into hunting in the last year or so is when it really became serious for me.
So, Guy, what I'm hearing from you is that you're pretty skeptical on Cody. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's fair to say.
I personally don't think he's a good fit for the Western hunter either. What do you think?
I'm leaning that way. I'm pretty strong on that side.
I mean, he didn't have the conservation. He didn't have a bunch of kills. He didn't hunt multiple states. But what he did do is he hunted with family. He got out there. He called in a bull for his brother, right, Cody?
Yeah, that was my highlight for the year.
Yeah, and I just think he would be a better fit for the On Point winner.
Are you joking with me?
No.
Because I really am hoping you're not, because I've told Jared, I texted you a long time ago and I told you that would be my dream. Like, you better not be joking with me, man.
What's up, Cody? This is Auburn with Hexworks. Super excited for you to win the On Point experience, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. We're really pumped to go hunting with you up in Oregon. Can't wait to go get a bear with all your new stuff, man. And sorry we can't be on tonight. We got a bunch of stuff going on, but excited to meet you, excited to hunt with you, and really pumped that we get to be a part of this with you, man. So enjoy that, and we'll see you soon.
Hey Cody, it's Nick from Vortex. Hey, congratulations on the bear hunt experience. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you and teaching you a little bit about long range shooting. Take care, my friend.
I'm just sitting here reminiscing back to yesteryear when a dude named Cody was a finalist for Outdoorsman of the Year, and I remember, I don't know if I said it out loud. If not, I thought in my head like, man, all this guy's missing is a bear. Let's go make that happen. Let's go find you a bear, man. Congrats.
Cool.
You really deserve it. You really represent everyone well, and you stay really engaged with the community. Don't know what else we could ask for. I hope that we can stand to be around somebody of your caliber for a full week. You might really just make us want to be better people too. I'm just kidding. Man, no, congrats. Can't wait to spend a week together hunting in Oregon. Take care.
Hey Cody, this is Mark with Exo Mountain Gear. I just wanted to say congratulations on winning the hunt. It's going to be a great experience. I'm excited to follow along myself. I want to make sure you have the best pack possible for this experience. And I saw that you have a K3, so I want to make sure we send you the brand new K4 pack system. I'm excited to get that in your hands and have you put it to use on this bear hunt. Good luck, man. Can't wait to hear more about it.
How's it going, guys? Aaron Stonehawker with Tacticam, and we are the industry leader in point of view cameras and cellular game cameras that are all rooted deeply in the mission of sharing your hunt with your friends and family. We couldn't be more excited to be partnered with HuntLeague in the coming months and into the years to follow, because there's really no better partner out there than HuntLeague and what their mission is, rooted in allowing hunters to share and capture every little detail about their hunt. It's exactly what our company is all about. It's what HuntLeague's about. It's going to be an awesome partnership, and we're so excited to be a part of it for you guys into the future. I got to also say congratulations, Cody, on on winning the On Point Experience hunt. Such an awesome hunt to be a part of. I'm a little jealous that I won't be able to attend and join, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to get the chance to share your hunt with Tactacam, because we are going to send you your very own Tactacam Share Your Hunt package for that long-range bear hunt you're going to be going on. We got the Tactacam Solo Extreme, Tactacam FTS to capture that right through your rifle scope. You're going to be getting the shot of a lifetime, and we really hope you hit, because we're going to see every single detail about that shot. You're also going to be getting the Tactacam Spotter LR, so your camera guy can be filming with camera, and then your buddies can also be standing back behind you, and everybody else going on the hunt watching what's going on through the spotting scope right from the Tactacam Spotter LR. So an awesome product kit, guys. You can't find a better product kit to go out there and film your long-range setups with. And be sure to check out Tactacam and Reveal products, revealcelcam.com, tactacam.com, and check out our full lineup, guys. We really truly have something for every single person out there, whether you're a bow hunter, a gun hunter, or just any kind of game hunter, e-scouting, home security, everything else you can think to do with the cellular game camera. We're the product for that as well. And yeah, just excited to share this opportunity to partner with HuntLeague, and be sure to check us out in the leagues that are coming out this fall. We're still working out the final leagues that we're going to be a part of, but once we do, guys, there's going to be some big things coming with HuntLeague and Tactacam and Reveal, and we're so excited to be a part of it. Congratulations again, Cody. Trust me when I tell you that we're going to be excited and waiting to see that hunt of a lifetime unfold right from your cameras, and be sure to send us that footage. Congrats, man.
Garrett, take it away, man. Congratulate this man.
I from the beginning, I told any guy from Oregon, I do not want a guy from Oregon. You're going to have to make me make a good decision. And you are already in an uphill battle. And Cody, you made me make a good decision. It wasn't even a hard decision. The work that you put in, the consistency. I love consistency. I love persistence. Those are values I find in a great hunter. And I've been following you on your personal channels as well. I really did my homework on you. I know we made the right decision, and I think that we are going to have a phenomenal, fun time in the Bearwoods in August. And congratulations. It is very well deserved, and you absolutely deserve to win this package. It is the right call, and it was an easy decision, honestly.
You're muted, Cody. I'm not hearing you. Hey, Cody. I don't know where he's at.
I have to unmute him or something, Jared.
Yeah, it says he's muted himself. I am so excited to do this with you. Go ahead and sign out, and then call back in. See what happened. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, Jared, I want to take a second to thank you, because this was about a year and a half ago. I said, I want to do a bear hunt giveaway, and I'm looking for the vehicle to get it done. And then, I'm not sure if it was your idea or my idea, but it was basically HuntLeague could be the perfect vehicle to fulfill this vision I had. And you went out and made it happen. You got all these amazing sponsors. And that definitely deserves a thank you as well. So thank you for putting all this together and helping me, have a dream come true of sharing my passion. So,
man, brother, done. It's been nothing but an honor to be able to partner with you in this. I cannot wait. You taking me and my boy last year and kind of getting an experience there. That'll be something as a father I will forever, forever, forever be grateful for. So, Cody, you got a surprise attack on Friday night when we did the judges panel. You were coming in ready to interview for the Western Hunter, and we were just beating you down relentlessly.
Yeah.
My gosh, I can't even imagine this. Like any of the other interviews, it's like, man, everybody's a deserving finalist. These are great. And then it was just from out of the gates, guy was just pummeling you.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that the mood has switched. Tell me what has been going on in your brain, because you have not been able to tell anybody since Friday what has actually transpired. So what's been going on in your head the last couple of days?
I just been thinking about the experience. Like right after the call, I was thinking, that guy was a real mean dude. Like I was just like, dude, why can't you just let me lose in peace? Like just do my interview, discard me, and move on. Like, come on, dude. Why you gotta be so rude about it? But no, he's a really cool guy at the end of the day. But I've just been so excited. Like my mouth hurts from smiling so much over the last few days. I mean, I told my wife, And it's literally all we've been talking about. She keeps telling me, you look excited. You sound excited. I can tell you're just excited. And so I'm going to have to really make it up to her too, because I'm going to be gone for her birthday on this hunt. So that's a big making up to do. But she's super excited for me. And I've just been smiling from ear to ear since I found out. I can't wait.
Well, brother, huge congratulations. A dream was fulfilled for you, and a dream was crushed for hundreds of other people that participated in the league that have all been crossing their fingers in hopes of winning the On Point experience. But at the end of the day, it could only be one. Garrett laid out the rules. He said, man, I want somebody that finishes in just the top half of the league, which I don't know. I didn't check the leaderboard where you actually were ranked on the leaderboard, but I mean, you had to be in the top 1, 2, or 3, I would assume.
I was in the very top for a long time until you changed things in like the last 2 weeks. I was checking pretty often. Then you did some new update and I got bumped down a couple, but I was watching. I was at the top the whole time.
Yeah, leaderboard's been shifting. So, but I mean, Garrett laid out some of the things, just the community involvement, the mentoring, those types of things. And really from the beginning, the things that he's laid out, you have just lived up to everything that I know that we were hoping to find. I think the one drawback that was almost a disqualifier was the Oregon, and here I am at the end of another championship. And this time is the first championship that it actually is the Oregon sweep. Oregon took the spring turkey, Oregon took the Western hunter, and Oregon just took the On Point experience. So I think we're about to create a new league that is Oregon versus the rest of the world. And we're just going to see if the rest of the world can compete with Oregon inside the HuntLeague app. So, guys, we're coming right up on the hour mark for this. I want to give just a couple other shout outs, a couple quick things, but one, the Coast that they're in Portland. I mean, I think their website might even be coastportland.com, but they make awesome flashlights. There's a knife that Garrett's got. That is not for like field dressing and those things. It's more your everyday carry, kind of fun envelope opener. That one's like a pencil knife, but super good quality. All those things have a lifetime warranty. Their flashlights, their headlights. I got some of their stuff, and I am blown away with it. Met them at SHOT, and we've just kind of stayed in touch. And when they heard about this Oregon-based league, they were like, hey, we're all in on this. So you got a really great prize package coming from Coast. So just want to say special thanks to them. We talked about having a couple other leagues. I'm going to look into the reality of, can we do a state-by-state league, or can we do an Oregon versus all league? I kind of just want to see what would happen. Like, what is the overall rank? Like, if you just scored everybody's points, can everybody else even compete with what you guys have going on in Oregon? So we might do that. Another big announcement that I don't want to miss is we're going to launch our first whitetail league. So we're launching an archery elk league, but we are going to launch a whitetail league. So folks that are big time whitetail, a couple years ago, we had kind of a ducks and bucks because we had this Western Hunt League thing. People were like, well, we want a league for us. Like, what's our league? So we launched this like ducks and bucks, thinking like that's a good combo. But the reality is, like, duck hunters are still very different than your whitetail hunters. So be on the lookout for HuntLeague's first whitetail league. That's not really going to serve you Oregon boys. So I'm finally like crossing my fingers going, okay, we might have finalists that all don't come from Oregon this year.
I might have to take a month-long vacation in Pennsylvania, Kansas, and just try and get my my whitetail rep up.
There we go.
There are some whitetails down by Garrett. Not very many, but there's a few down there.
There is.
Don't you guys start surprising me now. I'm voting. My fingers crossed. I'm voting for Joe Ledesic from Pennsylvania. That's my dude. I want him. My money's on him for this whitetail league going into year one. So now, super excited. We've got several different leagues, so keep your eyes out. We'll send some emails. We'll send some notifications out in the app. But huge congratulations to all of our winners. Cody Monzi for the Spring Turkey League, Josh Dishman for the Western Hunter, and you, sir, Cody Parator from Oregon, beating all the odds, are getting ready to go on the bear hunt of a lifetime with the On Point experience. So congratulations, Cody. This was a great night. Super excited for you to be here with us and celebrate.
Thank you. I'm super excited. I can't wait.
All right, gentlemen. You guys have a great night. We are signing out.
See you guys.